Welcome to UNCUT with Why podcast, where we discuss topics that helps, harms, and honor our community. We speak unapologetically and say everything that y'all are afraid to say. Here we're going to tell the truth uncut. Now let's talk. Okay, so today on UNCUT with Why, we have in the building, we have Coach Purpose Tirado. Hey. Let me tell y'all a little bit about my girl. Coach Purpose is currently the restaurant manager at Blue Cantina, Camp Creek. She's a business owner of Purpose Coaching Enterprise. Coach Purpose is currently writing her book called The Indictment Story. She's also a part of a reality show called The Queenables. These are women who were formerly incarcerated and have overcome the barriers of the justice system. She's also a part of a non-profit organization, Rediscovering You. She also helps women who have been impacted by domestic violence, sex trafficking, and justice impacted. Purpose is committed to guiding individuals into learning powerful tools and strategies to master a mindset of success. So let's welcome my girl again, Coach Purpose.
Hey, WyTishia.
Hi. I'm so happy to have you here. You being here means the world to me.
Thank you for letting me be here. Thank
yes.
you. I'm honored. You're so dope.
So today we got a good topic for everybody, and it's called cheating.
Ooh, Jesus, Lord.
Why is it so hard to date and commit? And we also are going to talk about soul ties. Ooh. I know some of y'all know about that. So, Coach Purpose, have you ever experienced infidelity in a relationship?
Absolutely.
What was that like for you?
Traumatizing. It was hard. It was really hard because when you really love somebody and care for someone, you're going to try to prove your point on like, pick me, I got you, I'm going to hold you down.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that individual is not where you at. So they begin to just
venture out, look for other things?
Other things, because maybe they're seeking and searching for a void that they're trying to fill, because maybe I was not filling that particular void. Or maybe, it's like, I love you, I'm going to put you on like a placeholder, but I'm going to go over here and dibble and dabble a little bit, and then I'm going to come back. So
is that what you did? Did you like analyze it and come up with what you said, that is something you did while you were cheated on?
What I did, I was trying to prove myself. Like, I'm a good woman. I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean. I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to make sure I fulfill whatever fantasies, whatever you want me to do, I'm there for you.
In a relationship,
correct.
Okay.
However, it just didn't pan out that way.
So you feel like even though you did everything right, you still were cheated on.
Correct. And it's like, why? And then you begin to question yourself. And I think that goes for a lot of people. Men too, You begin to question yourself like, well, is it me?
That's what I'm saying. So you came up with that.
Right.
You didn't think it had something to do with the individual.
No. Like, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Or, you start to question how you look. Or in the beginning when everything was all nice and great and gravy and like, the little bubble, it's like, well, what happened?
Ladies can relate to that. But the only thing that I hate about that is that we turn and question ourselves about someone else's decisions. So, with that being said, we can't be hypocrites. So are you a cheater?
I mean, I cheated. Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, so this is with the same individual, or you cheated in another relationship?
This is not what this. No. So what happened was when I ended up with another individual from my past relationship, I began to do to another person what that person did to me.
Okay.
Hurt people.
So you wasn't the initiator, but correct.
So it was like, well, I'm just gonna do this because, but it just two wrongs don't make a right.
So I have a question, because this is one that's out there for everyone. People think that if you truly are in love, you're not capable of cheating. Do you think that's a fact?
You probably are. And temptation is temptation.
So you're saying in love you can cheat?
Yeah. It happened to me. I guess, you know what? I'm speaking from my sample.
Right, absolutely.
I can't say from anybody else's sample. But from my experience, it happened to me.
You're saying
so that's why I said yes.
So you're saying the guy was in love with you and cheated, or you were in love and cheated?
We were both in love with each other because the things that he was doing, it was like, oh my God, he loves me. When we're walking in the rain, he took off his shirt, put over me, make sure I'm covered. Like all those type of different things. And I'm like, oh my God.
But you still got cheated on.
But I still got cheated on because I'm like, well, geez, is it that one person in the world that's going to tempt your partner? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's why I'm gonna have to get a segment where they can call in and talk to us, because I need to ask these fellas, like, if the woman is doing everything correctly, what is sending you off to cheat? Like, what is it?
You know what one friend told me? He's like my best friend. I asked him, I said that same question. He said, think about it this way: you're not gonna eat chicken every day. He said, sometimes you may want fish, sometimes you're going to want steak, sometimes you're going to want sushi, and then you're going to want chicken. It's like when you go to McDonald's, you're not going to order a hamburger every day. Today, you might want nuggets. Or you might say, I don't want McDonald's today. I want to go to Benihana's. I don't want Benihana's. I want to go to Ruth Chris. So that's how he explained it to me with the cheating. He said, I love home, and I love my wife, and so forth. However, today, I don't want McDonald's today. I want to go. And I'm like, you classify your wife as McDonald's?
It's not a logical excuse. They're going to probably use that, but no, ma'am. But I get what you're saying. I just feel like if you're going to be committed, because listen, dating is fun. As you say, you're dating, right? Dating is fun. There's no commitment. There's no strings attached. So no one has to figure out what meal you're eating today, because you're dating. So that's what I'm saying. Once you make it up in your mind that you're ready to eat sushi, that's what you need to be eating then. I mean, I'm just saying in the way you're explaining it,
Correct. I agree.
Commitment is real.
Yes. If you're going to commit to me, commit to me.
But for some reason, it's hard. It's very hard now, because I think, in my opinion, is cheating has become very normal. Which I'm not saying that it was not normal in another time and, before our days and things or whatever, because I know my parents, my grandparents, they all have experienced it. I just feel like in their culture, in their era, it was more of, I'm sorry, not their culture, in their era, it was more of a discreet thing. You know what I mean? It was not
respect.
Everyone didn't know.
I want to respect her feelings.
Yes.
I don't want to hurt her, so correct.
Yes, like a child had to be born for you to know back then,
Correct.
So I think that's another reason that it's happening now. So are you enjoying dating? Do you feel funny about it since you've dealt with cheating? Or is this like really, like you're vibing, you're enjoying it?
I'm enjoying every moment of my life, and I'm living for me.
So you're not holding anyone to no standards or no expectations?
Well, in dating, you're looking for that individual who is going to be aligned with where you're going on your journey. And if you're not qualified to be in my space, then I can't. You're denied. You got to be qualified to be in my space because of where I came from. Just going through life, and now I know where I want, I know where I'm going, and I know how I'm getting there. And if you're not on that line and that path with me, then I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the drama. I don't want to deal with that.
I mean, but in this day, is something coming with everyone. You got to pick your battles.
Well, then that's why I'm single. Then I guess.
I'm saying, even being single, I'm telling you, even being single and dating, you still have a battle to pick because
you do. But I don't want to deal with you dating her. I did that, and it was terrible.
You are dating to commit.
Correct. I'm dating for a purpose of being married. Soulmates.
Well, that lets me know, ladies and gentlemen, that purpose does not hold grudges. If she's cheated on, she still believes in love. She still feels, keep searching. So you're saying you can go into your next relationship without holding on to being cheated on and how you said it traumatized you. Correct. You're not bringing that into your new relationship.
I'm not because that's the part of the healing process. When you have break up from whoever you break up, you got to go to the healing. A lot of us just jump right into another relationship because it's like they're trying to fill a void, but you need to heal, get yourself right, love on you, self-care.
I'm glad you asked that because that's another question I have. Do you stay or leave after cheating?
Please leave.
What about you though?
It took me a minute and I had to realize I know my worth.
Okay, so you stayed.
I left.
You stayed. Until you figured out your worth.
No, right. Until I figured my worth. So, but I'm just saying moving forward, please do not tolerate it because the minute you let him get away with that, he's gonna think it's okay to treat you like that all the time. So you saying or her? So
you're saying once a cheater, always a cheater?
Absolutely.
You're a cheater though. Remember?
I only cheated one time.
It's okay, but you're a cheater. I truly believe, listen.
But you know what? I see what you're saying. You're right.
I believe people can change.
You're right. Absolutely right. But there's some people that are...
There's habitual cheaters, and nobody's talking about stay with that. But
yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yes, people do change. They get mature, they grow up, they realize, this is not what I want to do the rest of my life, and they decide to
That's what I'm saying.
Go on a different path. So, a person who cheated once is not always a cheater.
Okay, good. We're on the same page with
I
that.
apologize.
I agree. Okay, so we're gonna move the topic along about soul ties. Oh my
gosh.
goodness! Now that brings us back to the cheating.
That's a
'cause
whole spiritual thing right there.
it is. When you have soul ties with someone, when I say that, let me tell y'all what I mean. I mean a connection that is unbreakable. Like you've tried everything. The Lord Himself you don't went to about it, and for some reason you can't break that tie. So how do you feel? You've experienced having a soul tie with someone?
Yes, I had twice, and that was very
Toxic.
like. Let me tell y'all something. That is a spiritual, and it just goes back into the Bible days when they talk about good soul ties and the bad soul ties.
Absolutely.
You know, you definitely have to fast. You definitely have to pray. You definitely have to disconnect to get that spirit, because it's a spirit. You know?
No connections. I
Correct.
agree.
You have to, because you could be tied to a person, a car, a thing, and you just have to disconnect, fasting and praying. And when I went through that, it was like, what is happening to me? Because every time I think about this individual, my phone would ring with that individual.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
Or when I go home, the individual is parked up in front of my house, and and it's like that person flashed in my spirit, and I'm like, and then I see them, and then it's like, I cannot get away. And it's like, what are we doing? But then when we get together, we're just like lusting, and when we having our intimate moments, I literally feel something that covers the both of us.
Right. I know.
You know?
I know what you mean.
And he said the same thing to me. He said, "Do you feel that?" He said, he said, "I cannot leave you. I can't." And I'm saying the same thing too. And I was like, "This is dangerous."
So you telling me during this soul tie with this person, you didn't like date other people, like try to, but still found your way back?
I tried
that's what
to.
I mean.
I tried to date other individuals, you know, had a good time, have fun.
Yep.
But the minute me and that individual may separate and go our separate ways home or whatever, here go the phone ringing. It's almost like the spirit was like, call now. Be at the house.
And so you're telling me no matter what has transpired to make you want to break this soul tie, that doesn't come up when you hear from this person. You're ready to just go right back.
Is this toxic?
It is. I know it's magnetic. I don't know if anyone has experienced that. I have. And like I said, I think I agree. It takes a lot of, discipline. You can't be connected to no one in the family. It has to be a complete detachment, because soul ties are very real out here.
It is.
So do you believe that a soul tie can be broken? Like you believe it can?
Yes, I definitely could be. I definitely believe that, because with my first, that's so crazy. With my first soul tie, that person had to actually like leave.
Leave
Right.
you. Really?
Leave and like move away. Like I ended up leaving. Like I had to move away.
After they left you, you mean?
Right.
Okay.
It was like, okay, I think it's broken, because you literally will feel something like gone, like something just came out of me.
So you mean the distance is what broke it?
The distance, or this me just trying to. I was in prayer. I was like, God. Listen,
Okay, you was doing the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need this to, please.
So you think it's a mind thing?
I don't think it's a mind thing. It's a spiritual thing.
You think it's a
because we're
spiritual
spiritual
thing.
beings.
Yes,
you know what
we
I'm
are.
saying? So it's a spiritual thing.
Oh, okay. So I want to know a little bit more about these soul ties, because again, it's people that's dealing with that, and some people are dealing with it pertaining to domestic violence. You know what I mean? They're in a relationship they cannot cut ties from, no matter what. They may think they're tied because they have kids with the person. It may be they're, like I said, maybe codependent, not used to being alone, feel like they wouldn't make it without the person. So do you have anything to say for someone that is trying to figure their way out of this, break from this soul tie? Like, what can they do to, like, really at least start the process? Because this ain't something that happens overnight, not with a soul tie.
Definitely start to self-care. Get to love on you. Always stay encouraged, stay prayed up. I, have a relationship with God. I'm going to definitely pray about a lot of different things. For individuals who are maybe not there in their life, this is no judgment, but stay encouraged. Start to live the life that you want. Start to, distance yourself from the situation in the matter of, go away for a weekend. Just focus on you, your family, and what you want.
Okay.
Because what happens is when you stay in that same stigma in that area, it's hard for you to get away.
Yep.
It's very hard for you to get away. So start fresh. Now, not everybody can probably move to the
Not that-
move
yeah,
away.
I
Not
was thinking
everybody
that
can
too.
probably move out that neighborhood. So you need a support team. Who in your circle is very supportive of what you have going on to help point you in the right direction. Maybe you may need to go to therapy, counseling,
Or create a circle
coaching.
if you don't have one. Create one.
Correct.
Because, like, don't stay in it. We'll make 1,000 excuses why we cannot leave.
Correct.
Don't stay
What
in
are
it.
you doing to move forward? You know, pursue healthy relationship that's going to help push you into your purpose and destiny. What are you doing? You don't sit there and make a bunch of excuses or victimize yourself.
So before I close off on the soul ties, let me ask you a question. When you knew you have had your mind made up, I'm not dealing with this person no more. I've gotten busy. I'm on my walk in my life, but you slip up and you go back and be with that person. Do you feel like now you ain't made no progress, or do you just still like, hey, that's that, like how we do when we sin? You know, everybody does.
Yeah.
Do you just see it as a learning experience and keep going, or do you feel like you back to square one if you go back to that person again?
That would probably depend on that individual mindset. If you decide that you're going to, because you're still caught up in the sheets, you're still wrapped up in the sheets with this individual. So now you just got pulled back in, and then you do what you do. And it depends on how that individual feel after they done did what they did. If you went in with a switch code with your mind off, like, I don't care, I'm just doing it for the doing it and keep it moving,
myself,
then to that individual, they may feel like, okay, you know, just like weaning someone off of drugs. You know, they keep feeding them and they give them little doses and doses until they're completely up.
Right,
Everybody
so-
may not agree with that analogy.
No, seriously.
You know, but
the reason why I ask that, because I don't want nobody to feel like they can't break it because they may have got back in bed with the person
Right.
or spent some time with the person again after they've come so far.
you could break it, but look at it from a different perspective. Now you step out of yourself and say, okay, this is what you really wanted, and when you do this, what's next after that?
Yeah, and you'll begin to feel differently.
Correct.
About being
Because
around
you're gonna
this
look
person.
at the person to be like,
Yep.
what am I doing? This person is never gonna change, and here I am. I'm here, and they're still here. You don't never want to cut on nobody level. When you're rising, you need somebody to come and elevate with you.
And it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt anymore too. You'll start to know
Correct.
it's real then when you're not
Your
hurting
peace,
about it anymore.
yeah, your peace is definitely more important.
Okay, so you are my guest, so I definitely want the audience to know a little bit about you, who you are. You have spoken about being on a show that's about women incarcerated, so you have been. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I'm a single mother, 5 amazing children, 4 girls and 1 boy. I call them my jelly beans. And I'm born in New York. I was born in New York City, raised in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. When I went back to the Virgin Islands with my children, I went back into selling drugs,
Okay.
cocaine, because my indictment is cocaine conspiracy.
The white girl in here, y'all. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So it was like it was 9 of us, 9 women that were pretty much on this drug trip. Not a drug trip, but literally like had the whole organization like running, you know, moving
Not
and shaking.
the mob.
Correct. Well, I wasn't a mom, but yeah. You know, we was single moms. We was, you know, movers and shakers. We wanted to just live and not have to depend on a man. Because most of the women that you know are in prison for a man because, you know, they was his mule or whatever. But no, we were the ones that you going to work under us.
For you.
You know what I'm saying? With us for however you want it. You moving or you not moving. Unfortunately, you know, it was just a mess up situation. You know, when everybody was doing what they was doing, you know, we all got caught up.
All of you did. Okay.
Everyone got caught up. It was like a 13-man indictment type situation. I was on a superseded indictment because this one person got caught up, then it led to this, and it was a mess. However, it was a learning experience. I was sentenced to 120 months. That's 10 years. Cocaine conspiracy. I was a first-time offender. I didn't have no weapons on my case, which is good because I probably wouldn't be here talking to you today.
Okay, God is good.
Leaving my children behind, it was very devastating because I did what I did, yes, to support my children and myself. But I'm just going to keep it real. I got greedy. I got greedy to the senses because you know what it's like to get $50,000 in your hand, cash, tax-free?
Baby.
You want to chase it again and again and again and again and again. And it was like, when do you stop? You know, like, when do you stop? Like, I had money, suitcases.
Don't y'all get no ideas.
Please
Go
don't,
ahead.
because the feds got beds. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, tell her. Yeah, she didn't do no state time, y'all. This
The
is a
feds
federal penitentiary
got
woman over here.
beds, okay? Do you know what it's like to get up in the morning and hear main line open? You got 15-minute phone calls, 25 minutes video with your children, bathing in showers, that you have to wear shoes. You know, it's a bunch of you women in a shower. It's just...
Did you do 10 years?
I did 7. I did 7. It was an experience. I tell people that I wasn't arrested. I was more rescued because growing up in New York City, I know the fast life. Everything is fast. Everything is quick. And God showed me a train out of control, and that was my life. I was in one car, and my 3 youngest was in another car. My 2 oldest was in the dream. And it was just showing that the train was just going out of control. Out of control. Every time I try to go to the next car, the door closes. And then it opens, and then it closes. And I'm like, what is happening? So he showed me, you're about to be in some mess. I didn't know what.
You didn't pay attention to it.
It's like, because, he speaks to me through dreams. So I'm like, what are you telling me? Then he showed me and my children. I'm walking through the federal building. And I'm like, why am I walking through the federal building? Like, what's happening? Not realizing, a couple months later,
you were being federal.
I had an indictment.
So, during your time away, you were away from your kids. You kept a good relationship with them?
Absolutely. I'm still a mother. I was still a mother behind prison. I wrote letters. I had their birthday cards. I always gave them money. I had a friend who I gave access to my bank account. So I would say, hey, it's so-and-so birthday. Make sure you send a money order. School is
very
coming
involved.
up. Make sure you order some stuff off of Walmart and have it mailed to the house. Every month, I would buy things off of commissary, and I would stack for all of my children.
And send it off to them.
And send them a box.
I love it.
With everybody had their own stuff because my daughters are so territorial. It's like when mommy sends something, when I want it. So I would send everybody their own stuff, up to snacks in the little Ziploc bags.
So before you tell us where you are now, what do you have to tell anybody that's out here trying to hustle and with cocaine or any type of drug?
It ain't worth it. I know the money. I know life is lifing right now, and the money is, people need the money, but listen, it's not worth it. It's not, you don't want to miss those moments with your family. You don't want to miss those moments, just learning you and being you, I know it's hard, and I know it's like, well, I need the money and da-da-da. It's not worth it. It's like to be in a federal courtroom fighting for your life. That's the United States of America versus you. The world is against you. It's not worth it. Stay encouraged. Like, pursue healthy relationship with people that's going to help push you into your purpose. Because there's money in this world.
It is.
It just takes one person to connect you. It just takes one person. Once you get that connection, you're good. But you got to change your mindset. You have to change your mindset. You have to.
Okay, which you have done.
I did.
So tell us where you at now so we can know all that you have going on.
During my prison journey, I was led to reading a lot of coaching books. I was always in my room, my bunk, wherever I was reading, because now I wanted to, continue to educate myself, to continue to gain knowledge, to continue to understand, okay, I need to change. I can't sell drugs no more. I can't do it. I need something that's going to be not only lucrative, but pour into my community and let them know, like, listen, I overcame this barrier and this stigma.
Okay,
I'm not defined by my circumstances, and you can do it too. He gave me a chance, so God's going to definitely give you a chance. He's going to see you through.
Well, I think it's lovely that you're a coach. And not only that, you are not just, walking in your own path. You are getting out here pulling people with you and being involved with your community, helping women that are in a position that we were just speaking about, not able to just get up and do things on their own. So for that's amazing. God is going to rain down on you. You have to hold on.
Thank you, Lord.
Do you want to tell everybody where they can find you at on social media?
Purpose Tirado. I'm working on my website, but I'm going to have it on my Instagram page. It's Purpose Tirado. Facebook also Purpose Tirado, and right now that's where they can find me.
Okay.
I'm working on my website. I'm working on my coaching platform. So I'm coming.
Okay, and when do we expect the indictment story? I'm about ready for that.
You should expect the indictment story February of 2025.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Well, we will be waiting. I just want to thank you for coming. You, my girl. You're showing up for me to support this magical. And I'm glad you was here. Before we close off, I do want to add that I know some people feel like that cheating, soul ties are like we could sit down here on the podcast and talk about it, but in real life, these are real feelings, real emotions, real things that people go through. And if you are dealing with that, like she said, some type of a support system, trust me, there's somebody around you that doesn't want you to go through that. And if they could find a way to help you, allow them to do that. And if you are going back to someone that's cheating, don't beat yourself up. Don't be talking about what you're doing wrong. It's not you. It is that individual. So again, I want to thank Purpose for coming today.
Thank you, guys.
And I just want to end today with this nice positive quote. Actually, it's just a little part of a scripture, but it's just no matter what you do, if you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, do not fear, for God is with you. Thank y'all for coming to Uncut with Why, and we'll see you next time. I am a successful businesswoman. I have a business called Why Wigs Beyond. You can find that at Wigs, WIGSBEYOND2024.com. I'm an author. I have a book called From a Pawn to a Queen, and I'm also an actress.